Hi guys, good evening everyone. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to this session again, wherein we are going to discuss the second test of SEBI Grade A Phase 1 Paper 2. Now, as you all know that this is the most important part of your examination, most important subjects of your examination. And this includes a total of 6 subjects asked both in Phase 1 as well as Phase 2. So we're going to discuss all the 6 subjects through questions, which is the best way to understand and remember and recall various concepts related to these subjects one by one. So that is what we are going to do today. Okay, just give me a thumbs up and let me know that everything is clear, and then I will start with the session. So we're going to have a look at total of 50 questions. You will be given in the examination 40 minutes in order to answer these 50 questions. We will be doing the same. We'll take up more time, of course, because I'll also be explaining to you the reasons behind different answers, and we'll take up some doubts as well. But ultimately, it's going to be an interesting session because we'll get an idea, very clear idea as to how does your brain work when you mix different types of questions, when you mix different types of subjects in one test. How does your brain work? What are the weak areas? What are the strong areas? How do you improve upon your weak areas? Okay. Wonderful. Good evening. Good evening. I can see you guys here now. It's probably the first time that I've been able to come live on time. In fact, 1 minute or 2 minutes before the time. Otherwise, I'm normally 5 minutes late because I end up setting up my system and then it takes a lot of time. Sometimes I'm taking it from home. Sometimes I'm sitting elsewhere and taking it. Today I'm not in the office because there were some requirements that I had to take care of. So I had to go somewhere. So I take all my kit along so that I can take the session wherever I am. It doesn't stop me from teaching wherever I am. चलिए start करते हैं. The first question is, if a non-current asset is sold for cash at an amount greater than its carrying amount, how is the resulting gain classified in the financial statements? Number 1, recorded as liability, subtracted from assets cost, reported as an appropriation of profit in equity, classified as gain on the sale of assets in income statement, treated as a reduction in the depreciation expense. Very simple question, very simple answer. Let's see who all can answer it on time and answer it correctly. Shri Krishna Ranjan says D, Nachiketa says D, Namita says D, Nilesh says D. A lot of people are saying D. Yes, the answer is D. It is classified. जब भी आप कोई non-current asset बेचते हो, when you sell a non-current asset, and जो भी उसकी book value थी उससे ज़्यादा में बेच पाते हो, तो it is a profit for the company, and profit कहाँ जाता है? Income statement में. So yes, a gain on sale of the assets of the income statement. The answer is option number D. Question number 2 पे आते हैं. Jubilant Food Works recently launched its completely new range of gourmet pizza for the popular food chain Domino's. This move has benefited the organization by increasing the sales of not only pizzas but also side dishes provided by them. Which of the following can be closely related to this event? Competitive advantage, directing, innovating, resource allocation or planning. Exactly Jubilant Foods ने यहाँ पर क्या किया? Question number 2. Yes, the answer is option number C. Innovate किया है because they came out with a new product, and this new product helped scale up their business, helped increase their sales. So ultimately, it's innovation, right? Question number 2, answer is C. Question number 3 पे आते हैं. In marginal costing, when the sale price per unit is 100, the variable cost is 60. What is the impact on the contribution margin per unit if the sales price decreases by 10% while the variable cost remains the same? तो एग्जैक्टली कंट्रीब्यूशन पे जो इम्पैक्ट होगा वो क्या होगा? दैट इज द क्वेश्चन हियर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. You don't even have to calculate anything. It's a very logical question. The answer is option number A. Because sales has gone down from 100 to 90, the variable cost remains the same at 60. The variable cost in percentage terms is not changing. Contribution is sales minus variable cost, so it becomes 30. It was 40 before, so it has gone down by 10 rupees. Very simple question, simple answer. ऐसे ही simple formula based questions answers आपको मिलेंगे फेज 1 में. फेज 2 में नहीं मिलेंगे शायद, बट फेज 1 में मिलेंगे. सो डोंट मेस देम अप जस्ट बाय थिंकिंग कि यार ये तो बहुत ही आसान लग रहा है, कुछ इसमें ट्रिक है, उसके चक्कर में गड़बड़ मत कर देना. Which of the following accurately describes MOA as per Companies Act 2013? MOA क्या होता है exactly? Fundamental document outlining company's constitution and objectives. Detailed document describing the operational procedures of a company. Legal statement of a company's annual financial performance. Document defining relationships with external stakeholders. Internal policy document for corporate governance. Very simple question. MOA हम डिस्कस भी कर चुके हैं क्लासेस में एंड लॉट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस एज वेल कि MOA AOA ये दोनों क्या होते हैं. व्हाट आर दीज डॉक्यूमेंट्स? Yes, the answer is option number A. It's a fundamental document जिसमें कंपनी के ऑब्जेक्टिव्स, कंपनी के प्रोमोटर्स कौन है, डायरेक्टर कौन है, शेयर डिविजन क्या है, कंपनी का कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन क्या करती है, व्हाट डज इट डू, व्हाट डज इट नॉट डू, all those things are defined in the memorandum of association. Okay, the answer is option number A. Let's come to question number 5. Which accounting principle is violated when inventory is recorded at the lower of cost and net realizable value? इन्वेंट्री आपने रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू और कॉस्ट पे जो भी कम है उस पर अगर रिकॉर्ड करिए तो कौन सा प्रिंसिपल वायलेट हो रहा है? मैचिंग, रेवेन्यू रिकॉग्निशन, कंसिस्टेंसी, हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट और मेटीरियलिटी. होना किस पे चाहिए था? ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट पे होना चाहिए था, और हुआ है लोअर ऑफ कॉस्ट एंड नेट रियलाइजेबल वैल्यू. तो विच प्रिंसिपल इज वायलेटेड हेयर? सिंपल क्वेश्चन अगेन. जितने भी ये प्रिंसिपल हैं प्लीज़ रिमेंबर देम, रीड देम अगेन एंड अगेन. यहाँ से क्योंकि आई हैव विटनेस्ड वेरी कॉन्सेप्चुअली डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस बीइंग आस्क्ड. यहाँ से काफ़ी डिफ़िकल्ट कंफ्यूजिंग क्वेश्चंस उन्होंने पूछे हैं पास्ट में. दैट इज़ वाई आई वुड रिकमेंड कि इन सब के मीनिंग्स, इन सब के एग्जाम्पल्स, प्लीज़ मेक अ लिस्ट ऑन अ पीस ऑफ पेपर एंड रिमेंबर देम सो दैट यू कैन रिमेंबर देम, यू कैन रिकॉल इट एट द राइट टाइम. येस, द आंसर इज दी हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट, क्योंकि यहाँ पे द ओरिजिनल कॉस्ट, purchase cost should have been the value at which inventory must have been or should have been recorded, but यहाँ पे हमने lower ले लिया inventory को, इसीलिए हमने historical cost principle को violate किया है. Question number 6. In recent times, multiple central banks and financial institutions across the globe, including BIS, have established innovation hubs which are expected to lead the response to digital innovation. Reserve Bank has also set up Reserve Bank Innovation Hub. हमें कुछ correct statements बतानी है. Reserve Bank Innovation Hub is registered as a Section 25 company under Companies Act 2013. Registered head office Bengaluru. S. Gopalakrishnan, first chairman. Motto is innovation, inclusion and awareness. हमें correct चीज़ बतानी है, please remember that. फर्स्ट इज इनकरेक्ट है बिकॉज इट इज रजिस्टर्ड एज अ सेक्शन 8 कंपनी. जो भी नॉन प्रॉफिट कंपनीज होती हैं इन कंपनीज एक्ट 2013 दे आर डिफाइंड अंडर सेक्शन 8 ऑफ द कंपनीज एक्ट. तो जहाँ पर भी फर्स्ट है आपका वो हटा दीजिए. नंबर 1. मोटो ऑफ रिजर्व बैंक इनोवेशन हब इज इनोवेशन, इंक्लूजन एंड इम्पैक्ट, नॉट अवेयरनेस. और ये मैंने आपको पढ़ाया भी था. तो फोर्थ भी गलत है, फोर्थ जहाँ पर है वो हटा दीजिए. ये लेफ्ट विथ 2 and 3. रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस बेंगलोर and S. Gopalakrishnan, first chairman of RBIH. Both of these are correct statements. Okay. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6 आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर सी. क्वेश्चन 7 पे आते हैं. मिस्टर कश्यप recently appointed as MD of some company, Rishabh Textiles, which manufactures a variety of garments. Garment manufacturing की company है. He has a team working under him consisting of Mr. Raj, who's a production manager, Mr. Dheeraj, marketing manager, Sneha, HR manager, Ankit Agarwal, finance manager, Prabha Patil, quality manager. They understand and interpret the policies formulated and make sure that the respective departments have adequate manpower, assign their necessary duties, and motivate them to achieve the desired output. Mr. Raj makes sure that all the orders are executed on time. Mr. Agarwal has calculated the best COP for one shirt to be rupees 100 per piece. However, at times it is observed that the cost of production for one shirt comes to 120. Further, Mrs. Prabha is at times unable to correct the differences observed in final garments produced in the absence of any proper standard following proper standard. Consider the following statements and choose the correct answer. तो इन सब के काम क्या क्या हैं वो हमने बता दिए हैं. सबसे पहले मिस्टर राज मेक श्योर दैट ऑल द ऑर्डर्स आर एग्जीक्यूटेड ऑन टाइम. नंबर 1. मिस्टर अग्रवाल हैज़ कैलकुलेटेड कॉस्ट ऑफ प्रोडक्शन, बट वहाँ पे उन्होंने देखा कि उसमें वेरिएशंस हैं. Further, Mrs. Prabha is at times unable to correct the differences observed in final garments produced in the absence of any proper standard. तो standard and quality check का इनका काम हो गया. Mr. Raj is an efficient manager. Mrs. Prabha must first set a standard for final product, compare the actual product with the standard, and then take corrective measures. Mrs. Dikshit is responsible for survival of the organization. हमें बताना है कौन सा सही है कौन सा गलत है. Question number 7. Lot of people are saying D. 1 and 3 are incorrect. Can you tell me the reasons why 1 and 3 are incorrect? Because this is a case study based question, management question. I want to know, what do you feel? What do you think? Mrs. Dikshit कहाँ पर हैं? स्नेहा दीक्षित HR मैनेजर. तो टॉप लेवल में तो नहीं आते HR वाले, मिडिल लेवल पे आते हैं. सो शी इज़ नॉट रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर सर्वाइवल ऑफ द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. ये तो गलत है. थर्ड तो गलत ही है. मिस्टर राज इज एन एफिशिएंट मैनेजर. मिस्टर राज का काम क्या है? मेक श्योर दैट ऑल द ऑर्डर्स आर एग्जीक्यूटेड ऑन टाइम. जो काम जितने में होना चाहिए टाइम में उतने में हो रहा है. ओके, दैट मीन्स ही इज़ इफेक्टिव, ही इज़ नॉट एफिशिएंट. एफिशिएंट कब होते वो? जब व्हेन ही इज ट्राइंग टू सेव टाइम, व्हेन हिज जॉब इज टू रिड्यूस द अमाउंट ऑफ टाइम दैट इट टेक्स टू प्रोड्यूस पर यूनिट और पर 1 यूनिट ऑफ द प्रोडक्ट, देन ही वुड बी एफिशिएंट. तो ये इनकरेक्ट है, ये सही है. दिस इज करेक्ट. दिस इज द correction that should be made in the job of Mrs. Prabha. So 1 and 3 are incorrect and the second one is correct. Okay, wonderful. Next पे आते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. ऐसे जो केस स्टडी बेस्ड मैनेजमेंट क्वेश्चंस हैं, यू विल नॉर्मली सी देम इन फेज 2. फेज 1 में चांसेस कम है, बट हो सकता है इफ दे इंक्रीज द लेवल, यू नेवर नो व्हाट हैपन्स विद दीज एग्जाम. सो वी हैव टू बी प्रिपेयर्ड. और हम खाली फेज 1 के लिए प्रिपेयर नहीं कर रहे, वी आर ऑल्सो प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर फेज 2, है ना. Assertion and reason. Derivative instruments like futures and swaps are primarily used for hedging risks in financial markets. Derivatives allow for locking in of prices for future transactions, thereby reducing uncertainty. You have to figure out sahi kya hai, galat kya hai. Simple question. Yes, the answer is option number A. Both assertion and reason are correct and reason is the correct explanation of A. I don't think मुझे explain करने की ज़रूरत है. Derivative का main purpose risk hedging, risk reduction ही होता है, and they work by locking in prices for future transactions, जिससे कि uncertainty कम हो. Question number 9. A money market fund is a kind of mutual fund that invests in highly liquid short-term instruments. When were money market mutual funds introduced in India? मनी मार्केट म्यूचुअल फंड्स कब आए थे इंडिया में? फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चन आपके सामने एक डाला है. 2000, 1997, 1992, 1991, 1995. वो एक एग्जाम्पल दिया है, फॉरवर्ड फ्यूचर क्वेश्चन एक बार वो देखते हैं। फॉरवर्ड फ्यूचर ऑप्शन स्वैप्स 4 होते हैं, लाइक वर्ड यूज़ किया ना, तो दे डोंट हैव टू नेम ऑल ऑफ देम। Okay, to all the people, a shout out to all the people, all the students who are preparing for SEBI. SEBI की बुक तो मैंने आपको दिखा ही दी थी. Right now, the book of RBI are also now uploaded on Amazon because RBI examination is around the corner. So I thought let's have all the books on Amazon जो भी हम किट में देते हैं स्टूडेंट्स को, so that other students can also have access to it. जैसे आप फाइनेंस पढ़ना चाहते हो, you feel that you're weaker in it and you want to understand how RBI functions, how the entire financial system functions. So उसके लिए बुक भी डाल दी है. तो let me just take you through all the books that are available right now. If you just go on Amazon and search Anuj Jindal, आपको ये मिल जाएंगी. Previous year papers of phase 1 and phase 2 of RBI examination. SEBI का जो क्वेश्चन बैंक है वो ऑलरेडी डला हुआ है. You can take that if you want to. Quant reasoning English, especially for RBI examination. UGC NET की books हैं. Some students were recommending or telling me कि sir, now that these examinations have become more unpredictable, I'm going to write UGC NET. तो UGC NET की ये books हैं जो हम students को enrollment पे देते हैं. Now these books are also listed here. And इनकी अभी images नहीं आई हैं. They are being checked by Amazon right now. So Absolute, the name is Absolute Guide to RBI website. Now this book covers the entire finance from the perspective of RBI. It also has all the FAQs recently brought up, published by RBI. So it's a wonderful book. You'll get a very good peek into the functions of Indian financial system. And then there is a question bank of finance, management and economic and social issues, which contains all the objective questions, more than 1000 objective questions. जैसे SEBI के questions हैं वैसे ही RBI के questions हैं. So if you're willing, you can take these books. These are very cheap as it is, so they're going to be very, very useful. Okay. Yes, the answer is option number D, April 1991. That is when money market mutual funds were introduced in India after the economic reforms. Next question पे आते हैं. Question number 10. If the short run total cost curve is given by TC is equal to 100 plus 20Q, where Q is the quantity of output, what is the total fixed cost at a quantity level of 10 units? टोटल कॉस्ट दिया हुआ है हमें 100 प्लस 20 क्यू हमारा क्वांटिटी है, क्वांटिटी लेवल 10 पूछा है, तो हमारा टोटल कॉस्ट कितना होने वाला है? टोटल फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, नॉट टोटल कॉस्ट. The level of QRE is expected in SEBI to be very average because it is qualifying in nature. हो सकता है बहुत ही बढ़ा दें just to experiment something like UPSC, but highly unexpected. Total cost will be 300. That is where the catch is. Total fixed cost will be 100. क्योंकि total cost and total fixed cost are different. This is fixed cost. This is variable cost. Something that varies with the quantity of output. 100 rupees is fixed cost. तो हमारा आंसर यहाँ पे A 100 है. ठीक है. सो द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर A 100 एंड नॉट E 300. बेसिक लॉजिक लगाइए प्लीज़ और रीड द क्वेश्चंस केयरफुली, डोंट जंप टू द कंक्लूजन्स. और फाइनल एग्जाम में मेक श्योर दैट यू आर एलिमिनेटिंग ऑल द ऑप्शंस एटलीस्ट वंस. जैसे मैंने ये वाला सही मुझे लगा तो मैं एक बार ये एलिमिनेट कर दूं यार, ये कि ये एक बार सही मैं सही जा रहा हूँ ना, because the stakes are high, so don't make that mistake. It takes just 10-20 seconds to do that. The sales budget is often considered cornerstone of master budget. The sales budget influences key components like production, raw material and labor budget. कौन सा सही है, कौन सा गलत है? Question number 11. Yes, the answer is option number A. Sales budget is the most important part of master budget, number one, and sales budget influences various components जैसे कि प्रोडक्शन कितना करना है, रॉ मटेरियल कितना खरीदना है, लेबर कितनी हायर करनी है, कितनी नहीं करनी. ऑल ऑफ दोज आर अफेक्टेड बाय द सेल्स बजट ऑल्सो. कि आप सेल्स कितनी करना चाह रहे हो एंड व्हाट इज योर प्रेजेंट सेल नंबर. क्वेश्चन नंबर 12, what is the primary legal consequence for a company not repaying application money within 15 days of issue closure? आपने जो भी एप्लीकेशन मनी लिया था वो आपको वापस देना पड़ रहा है, तो आपको कितने 15 दिन में वापस देना था, नहीं किया तो व्हाट इज द लीगल कॉन्सिक्वेंस? Barred from issuing any securities for the next 5 years, fine of 1 lakh and the involved officers, listing on stock exchange is revoked, imprisonment for a term not less than 1 year, directors face a penalty of 15% interest per annum on the due amount. कंपनीज एक्ट का है ये क्वेश्चन, सिंपल स्ट्रेट फॉरवर्ड क्वेश्चन. Yes, the answer is option number E. Directors face a penalty of 15% interest per annum on the due amount. Please सारे provisions याद करिएगा. If you don't remember them, keep revising them. Answer में याद exam में याद आ जाता है. Don't worry about it. Just keep revising them again and again. These are your questions which will help you revise multiple times. That is the objective. The objective is not to judge you. The objective is to help you revise. Conversion of debt into equity should be reported in the cash flow statement as what? Non-cash financing activity, cash financing outflow, cash operating outflow, cash investing inflow, यहाँ पर भी inflow है, should not be reported in the cash flow statement. Conversion of debt into equity. Question number 13. Yes, the answer is option number E. It should not be reported in the cash flow statement at all. Because debt को equity में convert कर रहे हो तो cash flow में कोई भी change नहीं आ रहा है. जब cash ना बढ़ रहा है ना घट रहा है, then how can you show in the cash flow statement, right? Next question पे आते हैं. The answer is option number E. Which of the following is true regarding the demand for money according to Keynes? It depends on the income level. It is influenced by interest rate. Includes the transaction speculative and precautionary motives, not influenced by both interest rate and income level, varies inversely with the price level. Yes, the answer is C, option number C. It includes transaction motive, speculative motive, and precautionary motive, right? Wonderful, you've got it right. Question number 14. Question number 15 पे आते हैं. A contractor has a retention money clause of 10% in a contract worth rupees 100 lakh or 1 crore. If the work certified is 30 lakh, how much cash will the contractor receive? Retention money clause है 10%. Certified work है 30 lakh. Question number 15. Yes, the answer is option number B, 27 lakh. क्योंकि रिटेंशन हमारा 10% है और सर्टिफाइड है ये ऑलरेडी. दिस इज द कीवर्ड हेयर. तो हमें इतना मिलना ही चाहिए, रिटेंशन करके वापस सारा मिल जाएगा. ओके. Question number 16. Dhriti Textiles is a garment manufacturing brand. They have recently inaugurated a new manufacturing unit on the outskirts of Mumbai. For the smooth functioning of manufacturing plant, the company has appointed Mrs. Simple Chawla and Mr. Anil Sood. Mr. Sood is responsible for supervising the employees working in the marketing department. Mrs. Chawla is responsible for supervision of the production department, accounting department, safety control as well as distribution department. मिस्टर चावला के ये काम है. मिस्टर सूद जो है ही इज़ रिस्पॉन्सिबल फॉर सुपरवाइजिंग एम्प्लॉयज़ इन मार्केटिंग डिपार्टमेंट. मिस्टर सूद इज़ वर्किंग एज जनरल मैनेजर एंड मिसेस चावला इज़ द फंक्शनल मैनेजर. आई थिंक हमने ये टेस्ट 1 में भी देखा था, इफ़ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग. सो मुझे ऐसा लगा था आज भी कि ये शायद रिपीट हुआ है क्वेश्चन टेस्ट 1 और टेस्ट 2 में. बोथ ऑप्शंस आर इनकरेक्ट. येस, बिकॉज Mr. Sood is the functional manager, marketing में focused है. Mrs. Chawla is looking after multiple departments, so she's working as general manager. Okay. Yes, I think repetition है. मुझे लगा था, but then I ignored it. When a company decides to convert its fully paid up shares into stock, which of the following statements is accurate? The converted stock must retain the same aggregate value as the original shares. Each stock unit must have a higher nominal value than the original shares. The conversion automatically doubles the company's authorized capital. Stockholders lose voting rights previously held as shareholders. The converted stock is no longer considered part of the company's share capital. Yes, the answer is option number A. The converted stock has to retain the same value as the original shares. Stock is just an accumulation of different shares. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि वैल्यू चेंज हो जाएगी. द वैल्यू रिमेन्स द सेम. Total value of company's share capital does not change. Question number 18. What role does human resource development play in managing organizational change? Human resource development is unrelated to organizational change management. Human resource development's role is to resist changes to maintain stability in the organization. Facilitating and supporting organizational change through employee training, development, and engagement. Outsourcing change management processes to external consultants. Focusing solely on recruitment and selection during change. Yes, the answer is option number C, facilitating and supporting change through training, development, and engagement. That is the right answer here. Simple question, simple answer. Question 19. Suppose in an economy the income is 200, marginal propensity to save is 0.2, consumption autonomous is 50. What is the level of consumption? ये हमें बताना है. सिंपल क्वेश्चन. आपको फॉर्मूला याद होगा तो आप कर पाओगे. मैं आपको लिख के बता देता हूँ. कंजम्पशन इज इक्वल टू ऑटोनॉमस कंजम्पशन प्लस मार्जिनल प्रोपेंसिटी टू कंज्यूम एंड देन मल्टीप्लाइड बाय इनकम. क्वेश्चन नंबर 19 सी हमसे पूछा है. Namita, you've got it right, but the option is C. 210 is C and not B. Yes, the answer is option number C and not option number B. That is correct. Okay, I hope ये फॉर्मूला लगाओगे तो आपका आंसर आ जाएगा. In a lean system, question number 20, how does the introduction of a pull-based inventory system like Kanban impact the traditional push-based system in terms of production lead times and inventory levels? Increases both production lead time and inventory, number one. Decreases both production lead time and inventory. Decreases production lead time but increases inventory level. Increases production lead time but decreases inventory level. No significant impact. Yes, the answer is option number B. Decreases both production lead times and inventory levels. That is the objective of Kanban system. Very simple question. Question number 21. Identify the incorrect statements. The Committee on Financial Inclusion was chaired by Deepak Mohanty, 2008. Committee on Medium Term Path to Financial Inclusion was chaired by C. Rangarajan, 2015. Financial inclusion consists of financial inclusion policies, financial literacy initiatives, and consumer grievance redressal framework. Pradhan Mantri Suraksha Bima Yojana provides accidental death coverage, death cum disability cover of up to ₹1 lakh. हमें इसमें से इनकरेक्ट ढूंढना है. प्लीज रिमेंबर दैट. मुश्किल क्वेश्चन है क्योंकि कमिटीज के चेयरमैन कौन है नाम याद नहीं रहते हैं. मैं आपको बता देता हूँ. कमिटी ऑन फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन रंगराजन थी. ओके. कमिटी ऑन मीडियम टर्म पाथ टू फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन दीपक मोहंती. ये चेंज किया है. ओके. उसके बाद फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन के अंदर फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन पॉलिसीज, लिटरेसी इनिशिएटिव्स एंड कंज्यूमर ग्रीवेंस एड्रेसल फ्रेमवर्क सही है. और इसका आंसर है 2 लाख जो सुरक्षा बीमा योजना है. द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर डी. 1, 2 एंड 4 आर इनकरेक्ट. ओके, आगे चलें. क्वेश्चन नंबर 22. असर्शन रीजन. सिंपल होते हैं नॉर्मली क्वेश्चंस. A significant increase in a company's inventory level can be a potential source of funds in the fund flow statement. Inventory बढ़ी तो funds बढ़ गए. An increase in inventory reflects a company's additional investment in working capital. इन्वेंट्री बढ़ी तो फंड बढ़ जाएंगे? नहीं. इन्वेंट्री बढ़ेगी तो फंड्स कम होंगे. तो ए तो गलत हो गया. राइट. एन इंक्रीज इन इन्वेंट्री मीन्स दैट द company is going to invest more in working capital. Yes, that is going to happen. Inventory is working capital. So second is correct. First is incorrect. So the answer is A is false, but R is true. Okay. Question number 23. S. Shankar is an Indian diplomat serving in Ministry of External Affairs. Recently, he visited Cyprus and signed an MOU on defense and military cooperation with Foreign Minister. The two diplomats stepped ahead to strengthen the bilateral relations. They signed a total of 3 documents: MOU, इंटरनेशनल सोलर अलायंस एग्रीमेंट एंड अ डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ इंटेंट ऑन इमिग्रेशन। ये कौन से रोल्स फंक्शन परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं? स्पोक्स पर्सन, फिगर हेड, लाइसन। साथ में आप ये भी बताइए कि जो इनमें से वो नहीं कर रहे, वो क्यों नहीं कर रहे, इफ यू कैन टेल मी। Yes, 2 and 3 are correct. The answer is option number D. That is correct. Can anyone tell me spokesperson क्यों नहीं थे? Yes. Signing is done by figureheads. That is correct. Spokesperson between two companies. Yes, that is also correct. Wonderful. You've got it right. Next पे चलते हैं. Question number 24. Which of the following best describes the relationship between marginal propensity to consume and the multiplier in the context of multiplier mechanism? Marginal propensity to consume is inversely related to the multiplier. MPC is directly related to the multiplier, with higher MPC leading to a higher multiplier. No relationship between MPC and multiplier. MPC determines the upper limit of multiplier. Multiplier is always double the MPC. Yes, MPC is directly related because the formula is 1/1 minus MPC. तो है तो नीचे, लेकिन फिर भी डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड है बिकॉज 1/1 माइनस MPC है। ओके, तो इसीलिए हम जब इसको आंसर करते हैं तो ये डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड हो जाता है जब इस फॉर्मूला को यूज़ करते हैं। तो MPC इज डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू द मल्टीप्लायर विद हायर MPC लीडिंग टू हायर मल्टीप्लायर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 25, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे आते हैं। अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 171, members of a company have the right to inspect which register? Register of directors and KMP, registers of shareholders, loan and investments charges और डिबेंचर होल्डर्स। मेंबर्स कौन सा रजिस्टर इंस्पेक्ट कर सकते हैं? शेयर होल्डर्स तो मेंबर्स ही होते हैं, तो ये तो हट जाएगा। और सेक्शन 171 की बात हो रही है। क्वेश्चन नंबर 25, yes, the members of the company are trying to have control over the directors and key managerial personnel to make sure कि वो अपने इंटरेस्ट के लिए कंपनी खराब ना कर दें। So the answer is option number A. Question number 26. Fill in the blank. In cost accounting, the term dash refers to the smallest organizational subunit for which separate cost collection is attempted. Yes, the answer is option number A. Cost center is the smallest subunit for which a separate cost collection is attempted. Answer is option number A. Simple question, simple answer. इनकरेक्ट स्टेटमेंट हमसे पूछा है यहाँ पर। क्वेश्चन नंबर 27, वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट आर alternative investments that use pooled funds and employ a variety of strategies to earn returns for their investors. In the case of hedge funds, only accredited investors can invest in these funds due to complexity and higher minimum subscription account. In the case of reward-based crowdfunding, individuals donate to a project or business with the expectation of receiving a financial reward. P2P lending platforms are registered with RBI as an NBFC, wherein a lender can have an aggregate exposure of 50,000 to all borrowers at any point, according to P2P platforms. ये हमने P2P पढ़ा भी था recently. Question number 27. Yes, the answer is option number C. 1, 3 and 4 तीनों गलत हैं. Only option 2 is correct. Venture capitalists are alternative investment that use pooled funds and employ a variety of strategies to earn returns for their investors. इसमें गलत क्या है? Can anyone tell me what is incorrect here? ये तो ठीक है, ये तो सिंपल है. यहाँ 50 लाख हो गया, यहाँ नॉन फाइनेंशियल रिवॉर्ड हो गया. What is wrong with option number A? 1. Venture capitalist. वेंचर कैपिटलिस्ट कभी भी फंड्स को पूल नहीं करते. दे इन्वेस्ट. हेज फंड्स आर द वंस हु पूल फंड्स ऑल्टरनेटिव इन्वेस्टमेंट्स में करते हैं, जिससे कि इन्वेस्टर के पैसे को बढ़ाया जा सके. Yes, so 1 is also incorrect. The answer is option number C. Question 28 पे आते हैं. Richard Branson is one of the most admired businessmen due to his leadership style, which led him toward great success. टाइम कैसे बचाओगे? पूछा है कौन सा स्टाइल यूज़ किया है मिस्टर रिचर्ड ने. अब आते हैं क्वेश्चन पे. Branson actively involves his employees in all the company decision. Number 1, allows them to be a part of decision making process. ये keywords हो गया. At Virgin, employees are provided complete freedom to come up with their ideas and apply them in their areas of expertise. He believes that every single employee is an entrepreneur himself or herself. Encourages employees to imply their knowledge and idea rather than just following superior employee orders. तो अभी क्या क्या करने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. लाइजेस्फेयर लीडर तो हैं ये, और पार्टिसिपेटिव लीडर भी हैं. He's not trying to tell them what to do and what not to do. He's leaving them by themselves, giving them freedom. So he's not paternalistic at all. पापा की तरह काम नहीं कर रहे वो. So the answer is option 1 and 2 are correct. Option number B. आगे चलें. Question number 29. Assuming the law of diminishing returns, what typically happens to marginal cost when an additional unit of output is produced? Remains constant, initially falls and then rises, decreases steadily, increases initially but stabilizes, shows no consistent pattern with changes in output levels. Question number 29. Yes, the answer is option number B. MC initially falls and then rises with each additional unit of output. I think इसको explain करने की ज़रूरत नहीं, आपने diagram भी देखा होगा. Question number 30. In the context of auditor rotation as per section 139, what is the cooling off period for an individual auditor before reappointment in the same company? Yes, the answer is option number B, 5 years. That is the correct answer here. Okay. आगे चलते हैं. Question number 31. When you first meet a client, you send verbal messages, etc. कुछ लिखा है. पहले क्वेश्चन पढ़ लेते हैं. Identify the type of model of communication described. ट्रांजैक्शनल, इंटरैक्टिव, लीनियर. अब हमें समझ आ गया क्वेश्चन में पकड़ना क्या है. You send verbal messages saying hello, who you are and why you are there when you meet a client. Before you're done your introduction, the client is reacting non-verbally. You don't wait until you're done sending your verbal message to start receiving and decoding the non-verbal messages of the client. Instead, you're simultaneously sending your verbal messages and receiving non-verbal messages. This is an important component of this model because it helps you understand how you can adapt your communication. तो कौन से मॉडल की यहाँ पे बात हो रही है? Which model of communication are you talking about here? Question number 31. Yes, the answer is transactional model की बात हो रही है. Please read on the interactive model, linear model if you don't know them already. ये आपका काम है. इसी तरह से आपको अपने नंबर बढ़ाने हैं. हो सकता है एग्जाम में जो क्वेश्चन आए उसमें आंसर इंटरैक्टिव मॉडल हो, तो इसलिए पता होना चाहिए कि ये मॉडल्स क्या क्या हैं कम्युनिकेशन के. Assertion, reason. Horizontal analysis provides a more dynamic overview of company's financial health. And horizontal analysis compares financial data across different periods, showcasing trends and patterns over time. कौन सा सही है, कौन सा गलत है? (32) Yes, answer is option number A. Both A and R are true and R is the correct explanation of A. समझाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 33 पे आते हैं. अ टॉय मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी ऑपरेटिंग अंडर बैच कॉस्टिंग observes fluctuating demand leading to irregular production schedules. If the company shifts to smaller batch sizes, which of the following items is least likely? Reduced carrying cost, frequent setup changes, more consistent quality control, significant reduction in total production time, flexibility to meet changing demands. Question number 33. Yes, the answer is option number D, significant reduction in total production time. That is something that we are expecting. Okay, least likely, that is something that we are not expecting because of the fluctuation. आगे चलें, let's go ahead. Question number 34. Total utility from consuming 3 units is 90 and from 4 units is 108. Marginal utility of the fourth unit is how much? ध्यान से पढ़िएगा क्वेश्चन में कुछ ट्रिक भी हो सकती है. यस, द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए, सिंपल क्वेश्चन, बहुत ज़्यादा कुछ कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं था इसमें, वो मैंने ऐसे ही बोला था जस्ट टू सी इफ़ यू गेट स्टक और नॉट. Question number 35. Par value of a share is significant because it represents nominal value, it is the market value, it indicates maximum selling price, always equal to shares market value, determines the dividend amount. Yes, it represents the nominal value of the share. I think बहुत obvious सी चीज़ है ये. Next पे आते हैं, question number 36. We have to select the incorrect statement. When a manager makes a decision and announces it, he said it to exercise boss centered leadership. When a manager sells the decision, he arrives at the decision and asks subordinates to express their views. When a manager permits subordinates to function within the limits defined by him or her, such a manager is known as employee centered leader. तो हमें बताना है कौन सा गलत है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 36. कौन सा इनकरेक्ट है? जब सेल कर रहा है वो, तो बॉस हिमसेल्फ इज टेकिंग द डिसीजन. He arrives at the decision and asks subordinates to express their views. No. The manager, when he's selling it, the boss takes the decision and then persuades the subordinates to accept it. That is what is meant by selling. So, second is incorrect, first is correct, and third is also correct. So, the answer is option number D. Only second one is incorrect. Okay. Question number 37. A public company must have at least 1/3 of its total number of directors as independent directors. The requirement for independent directors is to ensure unbiased oversight and effective corporate governance. सही क्या है, गलत क्या है? Both are correct. The answer is option number A. आगे चलें. Let's move to the next question. Identify incorrect statement about isocost line. An isocost line represents all combination of input that can be purchased for the same total cost. Slope of isocost line is determined by relative prices of inputs. Parallel isocost line imply different levels of expenditure. Isocost lines that are closer to the origin represent higher efficiency of inputs. Isocost line can intersect y-axis and x-axis. Incorrect statement बतानी है हमको. सिंपल क्वेश्चन, आइसो कॉस्ट आपको इकोनॉमी में पढ़ाया गया है. The answer is option number D. ISO cost line are closer to the origin, represent higher efficiency of input. This is an incorrect statement. Okay. ISO cost के बारे में नहीं पढ़ा है तो प्लीज़ पढ़ लीजिएगा. Question 39. Recently, SEBI redefined the definition of a corporate group. क्या क्या corporate group के अंदर आता है? All subsidiaries and affiliate companies, related parties disclosed in annual report, promoter or promoter group. If the company's promoter is also a major shareholder in another company, then that company is also a part of the same group. The answer is option number D. All three are a part of corporate group now. SEBI has given a better, more refined definition of a corporate group. Question number 40. A to Z Dynamics, a personality development consulting firm है ये एक. Question देख लेते हैं पहले. Which of the following concepts are highlighted in the given passage? High efficiency, low resistance and less absenteeism. अब देखते हैं क्वेश्चन क्या है. Employee friendly environment है as the company provides good facilities like free pickup and drop, morning breakfast and lunch, flexible working hours, friendly and supportive seniors, 5 days a week working, recreation for the staff once every 2 months and decent remuneration. एम्प्लॉयज़ इसकी वजह से ज़्यादा अच्छे से काम करते हैं. मैनी टाइम्स इट इज़ ऑब्जर्व दैट द लीव्स अवेलेबल टू एम्प्लॉयज़ लैप्स एट द एम्प्लॉयज़ डोंट टेक फ्रीक्वेंट लीव्स. द वर्किंग एनवायरनमेंट इज सच दैट एवरी एम्प्लॉयज़ ट्राइज टू हेल्प द अदर व्हेन नीडेड एंड दे ट्राई देयर बेस्ट टू मेंटेन कोऑपरेशन. तो इसमें कौन कौन से कॉन्सेप्ट्स हमने हाईलाइट किए हैं. चेंज की तो बात यहाँ पे हो ही नहीं रही थी तो ये हटा देते हैं. एब्सेंटिज्म की बात हुई है, एफिशिएंसी की बात हुई है. सो द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर बी. 1 and 3 बोथ आर करेक्ट. रेजिस्टेंस टू चेंज की बात कहीं पे भी नहीं हुई यहाँ पर. इन जॉब कॉस्टिंग, व्हाट इज द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ इनएक्यूरेटली allocating indirect cost to jobs and how does it affect business decisions? अब हमने inaccurately indirect cost जो है वो जॉब में डाल दिया. Inaccurate allocation leads to reduced job profitability but does not affect business decision. No significant impact can lead to incorrect pricing affecting competitiveness and profitability. Inaccurate allocation affects only the financial statements, not operational decisions. Impacts employee performance but not strategic business decisions. The answer is option number C. It can lead to incorrect pricing and affects competitiveness and profitability. क्वेश्चन नंबर 42 पे आते हैं. व्हाट आर द पोटेंशियल चैलेंजेस ऑफ द करेंट प्रोसेस ऑफ रिवर्स बुक बिल्डिंग. प्लीज अंडरस्टैंड वी आर नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट बुक बिल्डिंग बट रिवर्स बुक बिल्डिंग. द करेंट प्रोसेस इज लेंथी, एक्सपेंसिव एंड टाइम कंज्यूमिंग, which makes the whole process burdensome. Current process necessitates that the promoter acquire at least 90% of the shares. Stakeholders demand high and unreasonable prices for their shareholdings, which makes this process obstructive. No specific time frame to finish this process. Insiders don't have a specific time frame to buy or sell shares. Challenges पूछे हैं क्या क्या होते हैं रिवर्स बुक बिल्डिंग के. 2, 3 and 4 सारे ही challenges हैं. ओके The answer is option number D. आगे चलते हैं. Question number 43. An email forwarded to an employee named Suzanne reads like this. प्रॉब्लम क्या है इस ईमेल में? कंप्लीट, कंसाइज, करेक्ट, क्लैरिटी, कर्टसी. I think we need to talk about CSR campaign. I mean the one which we need to do as a quarterly exercise. It is a great way of enhancing our brand image. Basically, it would just be a visit to an orphanage, but we can sort of do some other things too. For instance, we could take the kids out for a short trip to a nearby park. Let us sit and talk tomorrow. तो ये सुजैन को एक लेटर लिखा है टू एन एम्प्लॉय नेम्ड सुजैन. जेनिफर ने लेटर लिखा है. इसमें प्रॉब्लम क्या है? इनकरेक्ट इसमें कुछ नहीं है, कंप्लीट इनकम्प्लीट इसमें कुछ नहीं है, बात मेंशन करी है. कर्टसी भी पूरी थी, क्लियर भी है. ब्रीफ नहीं है, इट कुड हैव बीन ब्रीफर, क्योंकि बहुत घुमा फिरा के सेम ही बात बोली गई है, राइट. Question number 44. In the notes to account to balance sheet, why is the disclosure of money received against share warrants important? It indicates total market capitalization, represents potential future equity, key indicator of company's current debt level, mandatory for tax purpose, reflects immediate cash inflow available for business operations. The answer is option number B, notes to account. Potential future equity and impacts the calculation of diluted earnings per share. Which of the following is not a valid mode of participation in a board meeting as per section 173? Through postal mail, in person तो नहीं हो सकता है, नॉर्मल सी बात है. वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंसिंग आजकल सब जगह नहीं हो सकता है. ऑडियो विजुअल वीसी की तरह ही हो गया. Combination of in-person and electronic. Postal mail is the oldest, so postal mail should be our answer. Question 46. Which of the following statements are true and false? In a monopoly, MR is always equal to AR. Marginal revenue is always equal to average revenue. Not correct. So false हो जाएगा ये. इन दोनों में false दिया हुआ है, तो और सारे options हटा दीजिए. Under perfect competition, AR curve is horizontal line. Perfect competition में average revenue, yes. Monopolistic competition, MR decreases faster than AR, yes. Oligopoly, AR and MR curves have discontinuities, yes. So the answer is option number B for question 46. Management accounting's role in cost reduction is best described as continuously seeking ways to decrease the costs, number one. Implementing cost-cutting measures to reach standard cost. Focusing solely on reducing labor cost. Reducing cost by compromising on quality. Only relevant during financial crisis. The answer is option number A. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग का रोल कॉस्ट रिडक्शन में यही होता है, कंटिन्यूसली सीकिंग वेज टू डिक्रीज कॉस्ट while maintaining efficiency. ABC is a food processing company located in Delhi. Food processing करती है. What is the total amount of ITC that ABC can claim under GST? तो ये GST का क्वेश्चन है. Let's see who can answer this. 1000 किलो उसने टमाटर खरीदे and paid tax at ₹1 per kg. मतलब 1000 किलो उसने टमाटर खरीदे थे, 1000 रुपये उसने टैक्स दिया. It also purchases 500 किलोग्राम ऑफ शुगर और उसने टैक्स दिया 50 पैसे पर किलो, मतलब 250 रुपये उसने टैक्स दिया. 10 kg ऑफ टोमेटोज एंड 20 kg ऑफ शुगर आर यूज्ड इन द मैनेजर्स हाउस, पर्सनल हो गया उसका. वाइल द रेस्ट आर यूज्ड फॉर प्रोसेसिंग टोमेटोज इनटू केचप. 600 किलो केचप इज बीइंग प्रोड्यूस्ड. इन सबको मिला के 600 किलो केचप बना. Now the ketchup is sold in the market and ABC charges tax at ₹2.5 per kg so that he can claim ITC for the taxes paid on the purchase. तो उसने टैक्स कितना भरा है, ITC कितना क्लेम किया, ये पूछा गया है. तो 1000 रुपये तो उसने सबसे पहले टैक्स दिया था ऑन रॉ मटेरियल, फिर उसने 250 रुपये और टैक्स दिया रॉ मटेरियल का, फिर उसने कुछ पर्सनल यूज़ किया. 10 kg ऑफ टोमेटो पे 1 रुपये था तो 10 रुपये हो गया. 20 kg ऑफ शुगर पे आधा था तो 20 kg मतलब 10 रुपये, आधा हो गया क्योंकि 50 पैसे पर किलो है. 1250 माइनस 20 रुपीज़, 1230 दैट इज आवर आंसर. ये हमारा इनपुट टैक्स क्रेडिट हमें मिल जाएगा. सो द आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर ए. नेक्स्ट पे आते हैं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 49. NCLT was constituted to replace the Company Law Board and BIFR. The establishment of NCLT aimed to provide a single window for all dispute related to companies in India. मुझे तो दोनों ही सही लग रहे हैं, कुछ गलत नहीं लग रहा. The answer is yes, both A and R are true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Question number 50. In the context of weight analysis for inventory management, how would an unexpected extended lead time for essential items impact production planning? Major impact: increased need for buffer stock, potential adjustment of production schedules, shift in priority to vital items, reduction in overall production capacity. Question number 50. Yes, the answer is option number C, potential adjustment of production schedules. That is our correct answer. Chaliye, so this brings us to the end of this session. We're done with 2 tests. I hope you guys are studying hard. I hope you guys are working well for your upcoming SEBI examination. It's on Saturday. The center that I've received is in Rohini. I don't know the exact center, but it is Rohini. So I'll see you guys there. My objective is to see कि भाई कैसा पेपर आता है, कितना आसान है, कितना मुश्किल है, so that we can prepare accordingly and plan accordingly for phase 2 as well. And it will also help us in the upcoming RBI examination because all these exams are somehow connected. Okay, chaliye, let's close the session. All the best, guys. Keep preparing hard. Take care. Bye-bye. Good night.